All right, guys, welcome back to Memoirs of a Trader. We're going to kick off season 2. And, you know, just like in season 1, we had Brandon come on for the first episode. And just like season 2, we're going to go again with Brandon as well. And so, Brandon, welcome back to Memoirs of a Trader.
Thanks for having me.
After our first conversation, which did really well, a lot of good feedback from that. A lot of people really resonated what we had to say, especially in the trading world. A lot of reality facts that we spoke. It opened up a lot of people's eyes, and so we're going to continue that conversation. We want to get the audience to get to know you a little bit more as well. And so again, just for the new viewers, introduce yourself, what you do, and then let's get into it.
So my name's Brandon. I'm the CEO and owner of Limitless FX. And I do Forex, FX trading. That's me.
And for those of you who don't know, my name is Priyesh, and I'm the CEO of P8FX Trading, an educational firm helping people build multiple income streams via smart investing and trading. Okay, so Brendan, we can all tell from your accent where you're from, but what I want to know is a little bit more about your background and what it's like growing up in Liverpool.
So, gotta be careful how I say it, but I'd say growing up in Liverpool is different to anywhere in the UK. It's like in more good ways than bad, but like, especially me growing up on the streets, seeing a lot of stuff most people will never get to see in life.
Why?
I know shit happens all over the UK, like stabbings, shootings, all this type of stuff. But I feel like in Liverpool, not much of it gets put out there. Gets put out there, but not as much as it happens. And obviously, being around it, and it's just not nice. But at the same time, it's made me who I am. And it made me realise I need to get away from that all fast. Got multiple friends doing life sentences in jail. Got a handful of friends who are dead. Rest in peace. And yeah, I think around like the age 18, 19, 20, when you do start becoming a man, I made the choice of, do I want to stay on this path and end up in one of them two places, or do I want to change and do what I feel I was always destined to do? Because back then, before trading, I might have thought back then that I was going somewhere, but now, where I am today, and I look back, I was going nowhere. I was really going nowhere, rather dead or in jail, basically. And touching on not how easy it is, just like, I've got no qualifications, didn't finish school, didn't sit any exams. So for me, trading is all about the person you drive, how much you want it, how much time you're willing to put into it. Because, like I say, there's probably a lot of cleverer people and more educated people out there who'll be like, oh no, it's too hard for me. I wouldn't be able to do trading. Brother, I didn't go to school. I got no qualifications to my name. PE, sports science, that's about it, you know what I mean?
But to be fair, in your defense there, from my experience, the people that come to me wanting education, thinking that they're going to quickly grasp it because they've got PhDs or they've got master's degrees or they've got first degrees in whatnot, actually, they're the ones who are most likely to struggle. It's the people that have the, I guess, bit of self-doubt and don't believe in themselves are the ones that really tend to do well.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
And so a lot of people that have the bravado and think that I'm going to get this, it can't be that hard because I've got the qualifications, and someone like Brandon who doesn't, I'm going to far be better than him. But in fact, it's actually the opposite way around. But going back to Liverpool, would you say that Liverpool is the same now as it is when you grew up, or do you think that there is some change?
I think it's completely different. It's like,
in a positive way.
Some people would say yeah, I'd say no. It's like, back when I was growing up, like, all the kids were, I know most people are not going to agree. All the kids were hanging on the streets, laying out on the bikes, doing kid things. Now it's different. you see any kids on the streets that making TikTok videos, walking around with the head glued to the phone. It's just like all this health and safety stuff, and like even the parks, like the local park from my area where I grew up in. It's like they've removed all like the swings and all. Like, you remember back in the day, like the tire swings?
Yes.
The amount of fun we've had on them now, it's like against health and
get on top of the rope and try to climb up.
It's like now it's against health and safety rules because it's just like the kids can't have proper fun no more. Do you know what I mean?
Society's changed, isn't it?
Yeah. And not even that. It's like parents too. Like, I've got the best mother in the world. My mother is a diamond. Brought me up on a shelf. Like, I adore her. I feel like nowadays parents are a lot more strict with children. Like, my mother trusted me. Like, I could go out, do what I want. As long as I picked that phone up, yeah, Mum, I'm here, I'm okay. She let me do what I want, sort of thing, to a certain extent. Do you know what I mean? But nowadays, it's like, even my friends who've got kids and like stuff like that, it's like, they're not allowed to move, which I understand because the amount of kids that are carrying knives and like how fucked up it is in the city, but you just gotta let your kids live a little, man. It's like, they're all gonna grow up being fucking flumps.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that, because I've got a slight contrarian view in the sense that it was hard for me growing up. My upbringing, there was no social media back then, right? Our parents didn't go on TikTok or on Google or YouTube to learn things. It is what it is, right? I remember my dad coming to Latvia when he came to see my daughter for the first time, and then we was picking up Briella in a certain way, and my dad was just laughing. I said, "Dad, why are you laughing?" I go, "We just put you on the floor. You just figured it out yourself."
That's what I'm saying. It's mad different, innit?
So we're too careful, protective. You know, we don't want them to do certain things, but that's also because of what's available to us to see. Like, we are a lot more educated in the sense that we know the difference between right and wrong, whereas our parents' generation didn't really know it is what it is. So I think because of that way of growing up has built us to be how we are. I think the younger generation and mostly my daughter's going to be nearly 3 soon. When they grow up, it's going to be so different, right? So different to how you grew up, to how I grew up. It's just going to be different. But that's the way society is moving, right? It's moving in that direction where everything is a lot more, I guess, under the microscope. In
a sense, though, I do want my kids, when I have kids, I do want them to grow up how I grew up, because I don't want them to be soft. I don't want them to not be able to back themselves in certain situations, and like my younger sister, she's got 2 kids, and they're just like I was. A little lad, 5, 6, getting out on his motorbike.
Yeah.
Always like hating himself, doing.
But that's
what
good,
kids need to do.
The parents allowing the child to express themselves, to go out and play. Yeah. You fall over, you just got to get back up. If you graze your arm, or you
can't mollycoddle them into being like.
And mollycoddling your children is it's a dangerous thing, because in this modern day society, there are a lot of people who claim to be and are like baby coaches, baby psychologists and stuff, and a lot of the information they say basically mollycoddles the child. Yeah. So they don't have that raw way of growing up, right? So it's down to the child as well. So me and my wife, as a great example, are very, very different. I'm very much. So we go to the park. So we get on the swings. I'll make my daughter stand on the swing. And I go, hold on tight. I'm gonna push you. Yeah. And then like someone else watching would have a meltdown. I took my daughter. No, we were on another swing. I twist it around so it spins really fast. Yeah. So I do that.
Just a bit of fun. Yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Whereas that's something my wife would never do. Like my mother-in-law, who was with me, she nearly had a panic attack when she saw. She goes, "Oh, she's gonna fall." Because she's not gonna fall, and if she does, it's cool.
Yeah.
Crack on.
You don't want it to be scared of certain stuff. Do you know what I mean?
So my wife is very much that cotton wool type parent, whereas I am very much just go out there and just have a
best way to be, man. Because like I say, you don't want your kids growing up to be really soft.
Absolutely not.
Like your parents are not going to be there forever.
100%.
And anything can happen at any given moment. So God forbid if anything was to happen to your parents and they're all of a sudden gone and they've mollycoddled you your whole life, you're fucked. You're not going to last on your own. Where obviously I feel like I could stand on my own 2 feet from the age of 18 plus. Even though my mum's always been on my side, she's always helped me, and I'm so grateful for her. I feel like, yeah, just from how I grew up, I could always stand on my own 2 feet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I moved out at an early age, not because I had to, by choice, to grow on my journey and to push myself to do better, etc. So
what advice would you give other youngsters living in Liverpool or anywhere else in the UK or the world that may have grown up in a similar situation to you? What would be your advice to kind of maybe get them out or maybe move on with their life? Because you've come a long way and you've done very well for yourself. So what advice would you give them to kind of break away from what they used to?
Yeah, so realistically, is like, just don't care. Genuinely, the second I stopped caring about other people's opinions is when I started to level up in life, because mainly in like the northwest Liverpool, people are so judgmental and people do care what other people think. The second you stop caring and have like no embarrassment, and like, you are gonna level up. Like, these people aren't helping you eat. They're not putting money in your pocket. Why do you care whether they're gonna comment on how you're doing a certain thing or how you're going about certain things? Like, when I first got into this and I started doing the social media, and like, all my mates were laughing at me. Do you know what I mean? Like, taking the piss out of me. But look where I am now from where I was when I started. Nobody's seen it. No one believed me, to be honest. And it makes it that little bit
sweeter.
Yeah, it makes that little bit sweeter. Like, I had no, like I say, the only person who supported me was my mother. Like, even like family, friends, very close friends, like, I was hearing stuff and he was even saying directly to me, it's like, lad, what the fuck are you playing at? Sort your head out. Like, it's sort of embarrassing, do you know what I mean? I'm like, lad, I've got to the point now I don't care.
So how do you break out of that influence from everyone else that's telling you to go or be a certain person in a certain way?
You've got to be really strong-minded, and you've got to have the right people around you. Like, I stand by the quote so much of, like, you will become your surroundings. So, like, the people I've grown up surrounded with is totally different now. The people I'm surrounded by now are, like, business-driven. They want to be successful. They're not bothered about all this bullshit that goes on, and like, change your circle.
Yeah,
it's the biggest step you can do. Change your circle, even if it means you being a lone wolf for a bit.
How do you get the courage to do that when you're in a circle or you want to do it? How do you get the courage to just to break out of that?
Like I said, for me, it genuinely was.
Because a lot of people, that courage is hard.
Yeah, it was, for me, the biggest moment was like seeing friends die, going to jail, getting their life taken away from them so early.
So you knew firsthand it's jail or dead.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
And so you switched on
and
got out of that.
Sorted my life out. And obviously, I still speak to all my friends, but like, I'll never comment or give them the time of day when it's involving anything we used to get up to, or just any bullshit really. It's like, bro, I don't care for it no more. It is what it is. I've grown up, I've moved on. It's like, you should. And if you don't, you're just going to be stuck in the same position. And I try and help them all. They don't want to be helped.
Well, there's two things here. Number one, you can't help people that don't want to be helped.
Yeah,
I've learned that, right? With when it comes to investing or trading, you can only help people so much, but then you've got to not make sure you don't take it personal, right? Don't get too attached. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, what was the second thing now?
God, what was it? Have a blank moment.
Got a blank moment. First thing was first thing. Second thing, God, don't know now. Second thing is second thing, whatever it was.
People don't want to be helped though. Like, even when I'm saying that, I've tried to help me friends and stuff, and like, I don't even necessarily mean in trading. I just mean in life, generally. It's like, I'd stop doing these things, start doing these things. These little steps will help the end goal. You mightn't feel it right away. Stop partying. Like, sounds stupid, but even going to the pub to watch the match, I'd sit with your family and watch it. Or like, when you do something good, achievements, and you want to go and celebrate, get off your face, get wasted. Don't celebrate it in a different way. Go and have a meal with the family, or go and celebrate it in like, start the gym. Just like all these little things that even to me, back in the day, they sounded so stupid, like as if that's going to affect my life.
Yeah.
It does so much, especially for up here. Do you know what I mean? And it's mad how one day it just clicks and you notice like all these little things I've changed and I've started to do have helped me break out and get to where I want to be.
That's it. I remember number 2 now that you mentioned that. Growth. Right? When you spoke about your friends growing and what you just explained about what you've had to do to grow. Life is about growth. I remember when I was younger and I would do certain things, people would say to me, Pri, you've changed. Pri, you've changed.
I got that a lot.
I used to always take it a little bit to heart, like saying I've changed. I'm the same Priyesh. What do you mean I've changed? Like, right? But it wasn't until I really got a little bit older and reading specific books, I learned to realize that you should change. If you haven't changed, there's the problem.
Sounds wrong.
That means you're still in the same gang, still doing the same things. If you haven't changed, that's the problem. Life is about growth.
Yeah.
You must grow. You must adapt. You must elevate your mindset. This is about growth. So people that say, Priyesh, you've changed, good. Put your thumbs up, good.
Yeah.
So say I've changed, thank you.
I feel you don't realise yourself until people remind you.
Yes, they remind you.
And it's a nice feeling. Do you know what I mean?
I've changed.
Yeah.
That change, somebody tells you, it's manual change. It's hard to stand your ground and somebody tells you that. It's like,
Correct, that's correct.
I don't accept that thing, but it's hard to stand.
And that's why you just raise your thumb and say thank you.
It's hard to get out of relationships.
Yes.
Right? This relationship is hard. So I think you touch on that one, if you that you said that, hey, I'm just did it, I started to think it.
Yeah.
But there comes a time when certain things. So when we was in the lift coming up, we were talking about certain things, and then like I was saying, "Oh, Brandon, you need to give me the link for your fit." And I'm gonna go and grab that, right? And then
I said that I don't like to wear like scally clothes no more.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird, and I never thought I'd see it.
And then so what's interesting is that I said that you come to a point where. Not like you don't care, but you don't care about how your hair looks, how things. It is what it is, right? Yeah. And it's the same sort of thing here when it comes to arguments and relationships and things that you just said just now, Saad, as well. Is that I've gotten to the point where I try not to take too much to heart, not get too swept up on things, just let things be. Yeah, so when someone says 1 + 1 is 5. Correct.
If that's what you think.
Correct.
Oh,
so
cool.
I got that from Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
1 + 1 is 5. Thanks.
Cool.
I don't want the drama.
Yeah.
I don't need to go down that hole to try and prove to you that 1 + 1 is 2, not 5. Yeah. If you genuinely believe it's 5, I believe you. Yeah. Thumbs up.
Touching on that, what he's just said is, again, no, it is hard, but you don't realise it until, like, when he said then, like, how hard was it? Now that I think of it, it's so hard, but when you're just going through it, you don't feel it. Like, the old me would never show me a picture of me now and say how I'm dressed or how I'm acting, and be like, lad, that's not you, that's never you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, even as down as little, like, I had this conversation with me the other day, and he's so fucking big on it. White shoes. I don't know why, but our friends are all like, lad, we can't wear white shoes. And I've always been like, oh yeah, it's a bit, but now I do.
Yeah.
Little things like that. It's just like, I'm not arsed, I'm not bothered. I don't care, do you know what I mean? And touching on what you've just said about, like, it's not like you don't care, but you don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not arsed no more. I've got bigger things to worry about. Exactly. Running a business is hard. 100%. And that's one thing, especially the viewers and people from outside looking in, and all the haters, they think we've got the easiest life ever. I mean, we might have a good life, but we work hard, man.
What did I say yesterday? So, this world, financial markets trading, is the hardest way to make quick money.
100%.
The hardest way to make 100%. Quick money. Understand that. Listen to what I said. Recite it in your head. It is the hardest way to make quick money, right? So you think when you see me do well in a week, and let's say I've made 5K or 10K, you think, wow, fantastic. That's a lot of money.
They don't remember the 10-year journey that you wasn't.
Do you know how long it took me
exactly, bro.
To get to that?
Exactly, bro.
Do you know how much losses? Do you know how much all the heartache?
I know.
Yeah.
And I haven't really got much documented on my Instagram, but I do have quite a bit. And like when people come to me page or whatever platform it's on, like they don't really scroll to the bottom. No. They don't like to see the journey, but my whole journey's on there. Like even back to my old business partner, he got an office. We had the office in 2019 when we were 20-year-old kids. Didn't have a clue what we were doing, do you know what I mean? And if people was to actually look and check the journey, I don't think they'd give so much hate. Like I said to you the other day, I said to him as well, I've just started doing this TikTok shit. I never thought I'd do it. I'm not into it, but I made a video the other day whilst I was waiting for my food into the gold shell. Made $4K. It was split into 3 videos. Placing a trade, running in minus for a minute. Second video was the food's just come. I'm 2K up. Shall I close it or shall I hold it? Third video was finished my food now. It's 4K. I'm going to close this. The amount of hate. You can go on my TikTok. It's the same as my Instagram. You can check the comments. There's not one good comment and there's around 100 comments. Like the video's got nearly 500,000 views. I don't know why it's blew up so much.
We're going to put the link in the description. Have a look at.
But I mentioned to you, like, I've never been the guy to be like, do you know what? Fuck these. I'm going to show them. Like, I've showed you one of my payouts. I'm like, do you think I should make a video? And even you told me, like, don't do it. You're going to get more hate. Yeah. But I want to so bad. Like, they're going, oh, demo account this. You haven't pulled no money. You haven't made no withdrawals. I've literally got a payout certificate on my phone. 3-4 days before that video, 10K plus withdrawal.
So there's so much about when it comes to social media, and we digress slightly. It is very easy to pull someone down, then pull up the ladder and climb up with them. Yeah. It's just how society is. And if no one wants to see others do well, it is very, very hard to see or find people that genuinely want others to do well. It is a rare breed. But it's easy to comment for the negative, the YouTube comment. It's easy to do that. So on TikTok, you got to have the millions and millions of users on there who don't know you, have no idea whether you're genuine or not, of going off literally a video for 30 seconds
I understand
and making a
sense.
whole judgment on an individual like that, right?
It's because the large majority ruin it for the very few of us. Do you know what I mean?
This industry is infested with a bunch of fraudsters, right?
Influencers.
Yeah, exactly. They are influencers. They're YouTubers. They're not traders. They're not investors, right? And because they make their money through their means, through their affiliates and brokers, whatever, it's ruins trading for everyone else. You got to remember back in my day, courses and other things would be like 5K, 10K. And now all the signal providers and everyone's come for free. It's not free. You have to deposit money. They get their commission, blah, blah, blah. So there's a whole process of how they earn from you.
And at the end of the day, like we were saying yesterday, there's nothing wrong with that. Just be honest.
Yeah, that's
Lie about it.
Yeah, that's it.
If you're doing it, be honest. Like even when I did it and people were saying, so how are you getting paid? I was like, brother, I've done this so you can start for free. The broker's paying me commission for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But what's different than me to someone else? You're actually going to make money here.
Yeah. Like,
I can guarantee you. Not, obviously, you can't guarantee people stuff, but you will probably going to make a withdrawal, even if it's withdrawing your initial investment out. And that's why I done that video on the funded account, because I think it's a lot easier to back myself and prove a withdrawal than it is off a live, due to all these bigger influencers. I've just withdrawn 300k off my live account. Brother, you can Photoshop, you can get live accounts off the broker.
So think about it now, Brandon, yeah? If you've got 100 traders, there's you, and there's 99 others. If the 99 will give you these Photoshopped MT4 screenshots, will give you this fabricated 100 grand withdrawals, all of this stuff is fake, guys. It's a system that's on your desktop where you can insert withdrawals and amounts, etc. All of this stuff you see, you see traders that put the multiple positions on. It's a bot that puts it on for them. all of this stuff, guys, is all fake, right? It is legitimately fake. And so there's all those 99%. And now people are starting to cotton on that they are fraudulent, they are not realistic. But because you're the one, and they're the 99, they're going to put you in that category.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to put you in that category automatically.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's hard to take. It's hard to take because when you do something genuinely, it's ruined by the masses who literally do it for the quick win. For the money. And so that's why when you posted that video, it got a lot of hate. It worked in terms of engagement. That's the whole purpose of social media. It worked. And the way I look at it, there is no such thing as negative comments. Yeah. It's all of this is fantastic. It's publicity. You know, it's they now know who you are. You know, and all it does is just keep that, I guess, the algorithm going.
Yeah. There's even people in there.
Work that quick when the scholars, I believe, for the Doers that.
So
what is it that they're making that you are the good way, and then they sell that day?
So what they?
No. What he means in terms, I think he means in terms of trading as well, not the clients. Like we were touching up on, we never mentioned names, but like for example, me and you were placing trades and catching 200-300 pips.
Yes, pips. So the actual trades on the.
These guys are placing trades 10, 15, 20 times more risk for a lot less time. I'm making
4 pips,
less than us. Does that make sense?
No. So it's all pretend. So as an example, I would put. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, but I like it like this.
Yeah. It's cool.
So,
cool.
for example, if I place £100 on a trade, as an example, one trade I put £100 on, and then I make another £100, right? I make another £100. I've got £200 now. What the pretenders would do, their risk, wouldn't be £100. It will be 40,000, and they would make £10. Do you see? Yeah, huge risk, tiny profit, and because it's tiny profit on huge risk, it looks like it's wow, you've made thousands. Right?
Like I've just made 5k in 1 minute, but brother, you fucking risked how much to get that 5k? Where we can make the same 5k risking
on a small risk, and we can make a lot more.
Basically,
but what a lot of them do, what a lot of people don't know, is that because they're able to edit on their desktop, they put a buy and a sell, and whichever direction it goes in, that's the profit, and that's what they're going to show you. And the sell, they can just delete and because it's not real money, right? So they can vamos.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
And that's what
it's so crazy.
It's ridiculous.
I'm at the point now where we was also speaking about this yesterday as well. Like, I really need to make a decision how I want to start to move going forward in terms of I've got all these other guys, shite signals, no education for the clients, just taking a quick bit of money and whatever, charging more than me. I'm in a position now where it's like I can confidently hand on heart say like I'm up in that top percent in terms of signal providing. Like the results I get are fucking insane, and I'm charging less than all these guys who were just giving shit signals. Like,
it's a bizarre thing. We were talking as well about the cost of my course versus the cost of other people's courses. We were saying,
did they say yesterday?
We were saying yesterday. Yeah,
I've got guys coming to me saying I've just paid 5k for this course, and I'm asking him stuff what he should have learned off the course and he didn't know. And I'm like, brother, I've got a guy here who probably one of the best courses in the world. Not like, obviously, I'm not going to say in the world, but that they could get access to. Like, I can hand on heart. I'm not even trying to big it up here, bro, They're not finding a better course out there than yours.
Thank you.
After I've looked through it myself and I'm thinking, like, some of the shit in that is like, it's a blessing. He didn't even need to go into detail as much as go into detail. Do you know what I mean? It's like, anyone I can hand on heart say, and I told you I'm going to make a video for my clients. Any one of my clients take your course, I know they're not going to need me. They're not going to need nobody. They won't even need yourself.
Yeah, it's
good.
It's very good.
They can go and do their own thing, do you know what I mean? And I know they'll be successful because these courses that they're buying, it's like the guy you're buying off's been doing it for 2-3 years.
But not just that, the quality. You've seen some of the videos there. There's a very big difference between people who... And you'll see how people talk. And when you said to me, why aren't more people coming to my course, right? And they said, when I've got the legitimate material and the expertise and experience behind it, and I said, customers don't know what they don't know. So of course, if someone gives them the Billy Blags, shows them a bit of a Lamborghini and stuff, you genuinely think that is the way to trade because you don't know any better, right? And if YouTube also shows you that, you put 2 and 2 together and you think that's got to be the one, right? So why would anyone come to me? And that's why when people do either eventually come to me after being scammed or do luckily firsthand come to me, they see it from, they're like, wow, this is totally different. Yes.
And they see it on a different side of like,
Absolutely.
all these other guys might have this and that, but lad, at the end of the day, without going into personal details, what your life is a lot better. You don't show. Do you know what I mean? But the shit you do and how you live is a lot better.
The private part, the private side. Yeah.
Private side, but we don't like to show that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I touch up on this all the time with, like, people who are close to me. I only put what I want people to see on social media. I'm never going to put my personal life on social media. Yeah. I've got an other Instagram page for that with me family and friends on, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just so, it's crazy, man. Like, little things like, you're allowed to mention about the water and stuff.
Yeah, go for it.
How many people do you give free water, bro?
So, yeah, there's
Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't know these little things where if you was to start being one of these fucking ego-driven men who do all this shit on YouTube and shit, people would realise how much of a shit guy you are doing all this shit in the background that you don't need to do, that you're blessed to do through trading.
Yeah, man. Just grateful for
Do you know what I mean?
Then, so.
That's what I'm saying. And they're thinking, for me, the stuff you've told me, and I know that you do, I'm picking that over going to buy myself a supercar any day of the week. I'd feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Do you know? And I know I'd get rewarded better in different ways by the universe. Do you know what I mean?
And it's really interesting you said that because obviously I'm not going to talk too much in front of the camera, but in one of the projects that I've got going, someone actually asked me, Priyesh, you could have used that money and bought yourself this particular supercar. You know what? I've driven cars. I'm good.
Yeah.
All right. There's a little bit more to someone else's self-happiness than a kind. This comes from someone who loves cars. I love fashion. I love cars. I love technology. But there are other things that really satisfy my internal feelings and me as a person. And that's why I do a lot of other external stuff with that.
I couldn't keep all that in. Like, I think it's more because I'm young, but if I was doing all that shit, what you're doing, I'd be boasting about it, bro, because it's...
Everybody tells me to. Everyone tells me to. And,
it's like not many people are doing that stuff. Do you know what I mean? And the people who are the ones with 10, 20, 30 mil in the bank. They're just doing it because.
Yeah.
But you're doing it because it's coming from your heart. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And lad, it's boss. It's amazing, lad.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. And so, going back to Liverpool. Now that you live in Dubai, what do you miss about Liverpool? They're listening. You better.
I know, lad. To be honest, just like everything, really. The culture, the people, just like how everyone's so friendly. And obviously, I'm not gonna say Dubai's not. Dubai's an amazing place. It's posh, but it's not really. You can't just speak to strangers in the street, and it's not homely enough for me. I mean, I'll never leave Dubai in terms of never come back. Like, I'm always going to keep my residency here. I'm always going to be coming back and forth. But I don't think I've got much time left of this being my permanent home.
Doesn't feel like home.
No, it doesn't feel like... Maybe if I had family here or, like, my old school friends here, then yeah. But, like, it just doesn't feel home. Like, I don't feel like I'm wasting my life away because I'm working. I'm growing my business, all that stuff, but yeah, it's a different type of feeling back home in Liverpool, lad. It's like, for example, you mightn't have seen, there's a hospital called Zoe's Place in Liverpool that was supposed to be getting shut down recently. The city come together in very short space of time and raised £5 million, bro.
Wow.
It's staying
Well
open.
done, Liverpool.
That's what I'm saying, lad. There's no city like that in England, bro. That's the people. That makes me be proud to be a Scouser. Do you know what I mean? And little stuff like that. It's like, when we want to come together, we come together. Do you know what I mean? And we stick with each other. Even though fucking bullshit happens everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like I said on the last episode, a small bad bunch ruin it for the rest of us. But that's a very, very small bunch. Do you know what I mean? And there's a lot, when I say a lot, of successful people who've come from Liverpool, but no one really knows about it. And obviously, we're not liked anyway, so it's not going to really get spoke about. Do you know what I mean? Even though it is what it is, really. But Scousers are automatically put in a certain bracket before they even got to express themselves or show what they're actually like deep down as a person or anything across the lines. So it is harder for us, but I think we always pull through. And like I say, that's why I love my city. And the thing I miss most about it is the beaches and stuff. And like, yeah, just the people, lad, and just feeling like you can say and do what you want and it's not really too judgy.
Does it feel a lot more normal?
Yeah, a lot more normal. But it's starting to feel less normal now. The more successful I'm getting and like the more of a presence I'm having on social media. It's like, lad, most people thrive with it. I hate it. I hate being noticed back in my city. Even though it's always for good reason. And it's like, oh, guy, you're the guy who does the trading, or lad, you're smashing it. You live in the bar. Bro, I hate it. Even it's nice. I appreciate it, bro, yeah. But I went home last month to watch my mate Nick fight. He's world champion now. Bro, I got stopped by like 20, 30 people that night. And all my mates were taking the piss out of me, and it was nice, but I'd rather...
Here comes Mr. Celebrity.
Yeah, I'd rather not be known. Like, bro, I was quite popular anyway. I've never been big-headed in that sense. I'm well-known in the city. But, yeah, I'd rather be sort of under the radar a bit. Because that's when you get all the rats and the snakes coming out the woodwork, all the jealous ones. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, going back to it, lads.
Do you see yourself permanently going back to Liverpool?
No.
That's interesting because Dubai has a lot of traders, right? Sorry, I said the wrong word. Dubai has a lot of scammers.
Yeah.
Right? And so how do you like that, or how do you feel about the association of a lot of scammers in trading also living in Dubai, and you also live in Dubai? Do you like to be put under that same umbrella?
This is what I'm saying. I'm already automatically put under that same umbrella, and I feel like unless I do rather move somewhere else or back home, I'm always going to be put in that same umbrella because they don't want to be proven wrong.
Because they've all come here, you know. They've all come
everyone.
here.
Well, lad, at the end of the day, it's the best place to get in the least amount of trouble for that stuff. Even though Dubai
And the best place for marketing purposes.
Yeah. Even though Dubai is really, really strict when it comes to that side of shit.
Yeah, it is. So when Brendan's talking about strict, there's a lot of... There are rules in Dubai, but it's not what you think. There's a lot of leeway in a lot of things. There's a lot of things that that a lot of people are not aware of as well. And so, there's, I guess, the best of both worlds.
Oh, that's
So
why it's the safest city in the world, though.
How do you deal with that? If someone says to you, Brandon, you're a scammer. You live in Dubai, you're a scammer. Don't even know who you are, because you live in Dubai. The stereotype is, if you're in the trading world and you live in Dubai, you are a scammer.
Yeah, well, I used to bite. I think there was the young fire in me that I used to bite. I used to argue with these people, like, nearly had my accounts taken down for some of the shit I've said. I'm like, threatening people, this and that. But now, I just think, brother, if you educated yourself on me and you actually got a bit of information and dug out stuff, you'd realise I'm not one of these people. This is a proper valid point. My premium group, I have 350 subscribers, yeah? Do you know my Instagram? I have over nearly 1,000 testimonials of client results going back over the last 4 years. Scammers, yeah, they have results. Do you think they're consistent with it year and year on end?
No, but a lot of the stuff is fabricated. So again, so when people say that, oh, I'm going to go through someone's Trustpilot. So my company has a legitimate Trustpilot. Our student population, matches with the reviews, and then we obviously do video testimonials. So everything links, so it's genuine.
Yeah.
But I can show you emails of companies and individuals that email me saying that, would you like an extra 100 reviews? Would you like an extra 1,000 reviews? So you pay them for service. So Trustpilot cannot be trusted. And there have been trading influencers and scammers that have got their audience via money. If you leave a review, I'm going to send you £100, or the best comment, I'll give you 1,000. So they get thousands of reviews. Now, so what we've done as a company, we've even flagged them to Trustpilot, because we've got people on Trustpilot, and we've said, look, these people are defrauding your platform, and this is what they're doing.
This is why I don't have none of this. This is why I don't have none of this. And if
they don't do it,
when clients say to me, lad, why haven't you got my FX book? Why haven't you got
my FX book is
Trustpilot?
also rigged.
That's why
it's rigged.
Trying to explain to them, brother, this does not matter in this day and age. They don't want to hear it.
Look, guys, I'll tell the audience. So on my FX book and a lot of these platforms that will give you, I guess, a breakdown of your trade history, because people always say there was this craze, maybe not so much now, but definitely 4 or 5 years ago, you had to have a MyFX book.
Yeah.
But I used to. It wasn't until I realized some people's results, and then I used to always say that I am very good at what I do in terms of trading, and I see my win rates, I see my success. And then I would see someone like you, and I'd see someone like you, and their results would absolutely destroy mine, well into the 90%. And I scratch my head sometimes because I can see your work, and I'm thinking, how are you doing that with nothing there? It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Yeah. And like there was someone who just started for a year and a half into 90%. So I thought something's not right, and the returns on my FX book is not right. And then I came to learn, when the program came out where you could edit your MT4, they linked that to their MyFX book, and then basically it's all fraud results that are coming on it to make it look like you're doing really well. Now there was this he was kind of middle-aged guy, and he used LinkedIn to defraud customers on LinkedIn, saying that they're getting this sort of percentage gains per day and per year. But it worked, bro. People were flocking. Like, I can see it a mile off, right? Because I know how they do it.
Yeah.
But they were going.
So bad. That's why I just stick to raw, genuine, just results. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I even go to as far as putting people in the group for a little hour, 2 hours to check.
So they can see.
Say, brother, I'm going to invite you to the group. I'm going to remove you in an hour's 2 time. Scroll up as far as you want.
And have a look.
Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, I'd done that last night. Got this guy, lad, what's different to you than all these guys? I've been in 10 groups. Why is yours any different? I said, lad, I'm going to send you this link now. Join the group. Yeah, I'll remove you in an hour. 10 minutes later, lad, send me your details. I'm a part of the group. I'm in. Do you know what I mean? And the only reason I know I got him is because obviously at the end of every week, we put the trading results in.
Nice.
This week we've done 1,265 pips, lad. Do you know what I mean? And I said to him, lad, go back to these 8 other groups, bro, and say to them, I found a new group. This is what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? Tell all your boys.
Get involved, people. Get involved.
It's crazy. But at the same time, it's like, I do need to start expanding in terms of everything that you're doing. Like, I'm just doing Forex, lad.
Yeah.
Like, everyone who comes to me about, like, education or, like, stocks and all this, all I can do is just refer them to you. Do you know what I mean? Because I could be one of these scammers and take the money when I don't have a clue what I'm doing on that side of shit. But I'd rather just send to someone who I know, who I trust, because I'm not that far yet. And this is what people need to understand. There's no rush. It's like, I'm 6 years in now. Less than half the time you're in. I'm not going to start doing all this shit until I'm more than confident.
And it takes time. Yeah. I didn't get my level of success within the first 2 years or 4 years. You got to go through your cycle, and then you go through your second cycle, because then you learn more, and now your entries are better, and now you pick specific stocks, and then you go through your third cycle, and now you're really starting to get, so the momentum really starts to shift. And that's why when you look at successful investors and successful traders, have you noticed a lot of them are 40 plus, some of them 50 plus, right? Because it takes time for you to learn through the cycles of what you need to improve on, what went well, what didn't go well, and throughout this whole process, the self-development of yourself.
That's why I'm chilling. That's why I'm chilling.
So,
People saying to me, lad, whatever. I'm like, bro, regardless, I know I'm going to get there.
100%.
Even if it does take me another 10 years.
100%.
I'm still going to have a nice life along the way.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And some people see it as wasting time. We spoke about it last time.
What's the rush? What's the rush?
Exactly,
What's
bro.
the rush? I don't understand what the rush is. And so, a little something for all the youngsters watching this as well, right? What is the rush? What's the rush? I don't understand, right? Enjoy your life. Live. Don't be so obsessed with money and wanting to earn, right? I've got to have this and I've got to earn this by that amount and I've got to get 10K per month. What you see on social media is jargon, it's nonsense. Right? Look at statistics. Look at statistics of how much people earn, right? Versus what they show. Because social media will have you believe everyone earns 10K a month. That is not true, right? That is not true at all, right? And so don't rush. Enjoy your life. Take it in your stride. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah, your time will come when it's meant to come. Don't force it.
And one thing I like to mention is all of my younger clients, and I love saying it, and I know it all hits them different, every one of them. I've got somebody who's rather, doesn't matter how young, if they're a lot younger than me, I'll say to them, lad, you're a lot richer than me. And they're like, what? I'm like, lad, you are a lot richer than me. I could give you everything right now. You've got time. You're young.
Yeah.
You're a lot richer. Like, think about it deeply. Like, we don't get time back. Do you know what I mean? So even me just saying that to my younger clients, and they're like, lad, what do you mean like that? Can you explain it? I'm like, lad, I don't need to explain it. Just understand, you're richer than me. You mightn't think you are. Even if I've got 10 million in the bank and you've got 1, you're a lot richer than me. You've got time on me.
Time is the one thing that we all need and we all crave, right? And so I would never sacrifice time for anything, right? And so it is going to cost you and cost you quite a lot to take up my time. And because that price is there, but Priyesh, is so expensive. Even to get you on a 1 hour call, it's really expensive. You know why? Because I don't really want you to book me. I want that hour to spend it with my daughter, play with my dogs, do anything, right?
Time is the most valuable thing in the world.
And I guess you learn that more older you get as well, because once you hit a certain age, it does feel naturally that years are going a lot more faster.
I already feel like that.
Wait, in November, listen, my birthday is going to hit already. I'm going to be 39. You know, I know I look fantastic. Thank you. You know, for my age. You know? Come on. But yeah, time. It feels like things really start to speed up, right? And then I guess that's where the whole concept of wanting time really will start to resonate with you. And that's where I always say, I prefer just to have time. So I sacrifice things and I let go of things just so I can have more
That's
time.
why I'm grateful I've got into that sort of bracket now, being so young.
Yeah.
Like, I noticed little shit, like even before. Episode 1 was nearly a year ago,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Feels like last week. Feels like last week, man. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just over 2 years in Dubai now. And even though it's flew, it feels like I've been here forever. But it went so fast. And I know if I don't play me cards right, I'm gonna be saying this in another 2 years' time as if it was yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm really starting to think, even though I'll always have my place here in Dubai, I'll always be coming back and forth. I do feel like I want to go back to Liverpool. Like, perfect picture for me. Have a place in Dubai, have a place in Liverpool, and just travel.
Perfect.
Travel, do you know what I mean?
You're going back for Christmas?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
I done Christmas here last year and it wasn't for me. It's amazing. It's a boss place to be at Christmas. I can never slate Dubai. I don't like to slate Dubai, but I just love being home with the family, man. Having your Christmas dinner with your family around the table, you know what I mean? There's nothing better than watching the kids open their presents and all of this.
It's really interesting. I was here in Dubai for last Christmas.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit surreal. Because I didn't know what to expect, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And so it was very much weird because everything was open. It was sunny. It was hot. Right?
Weird.
Do you know? I went to the beach in my Santa hat with my daughter. You understand? So it was just very weird. Okay, cool, nice, like naughty.
Yeah.
But me, I like Christmas. Yes, I like being at home.
The snow.
Come on.
Do you know what
I'm
I mean?
lucky in Latvia. We get snow, so Christmas we're lucky. And so
I'm definitely coming to Latvia. You know, I swear.
Awesome.
I haven't seen snow
awesome.
for at least 3-4 years.
Yeah, a great.
I love
time.
it.
Yeah, a
But
great time.
and I think it's more how great Christmas was for me growing up. Like I said, my mum's, like, she's a diamond. I had a new motorbike for every Christmas. Even if she couldn't, she'd find a way. Do you know what I mean? So
Christmas is different back then. It was like fun and like me and my sisters, we used to get, you put the string on the wall, whoever get the most Christmas cards.
Yeah.
My sisters would always beat me. So you know what I used to do? Yeah. I used to buy them and write them myself. No one used to give me Christmas cards. I don't know. Everyone gives the girls Christmas cards. No one gives me Christmas cards. I have to write it myself. So double 8 Smith. So go and get a pack and I should just write. Yeah. To you, Priyesh, Merry Christmas, John. Yeah. I just put random names and I put them up. I'd come home with 5 cards. Mum, I got 5 today. She'd put... Wait, I can't have my sister's one up on me.
Well, that back to I'm going back a few points here from now to then. See, back then, Christmas, we'd go out on the motorbikes. There'd be 50 to 100 on the field. All of the dads coming out with the young sons in the Santa suits and this and that. The police would come over. Go away. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
We're going to let everyone.
Yeah.
See, now, people are getting rammed off the motorbikes and the dads are scared to take the young sons out on the motorbikes.
It's changed now. Times have changed.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Times have
different, lad. It's shite. Like, the year before I come to Dubai, I took my little nephew out on his motorbike. At the time, he was only 3 or 4.
Cool.
We got chased by the police on his little motorbike,
Oh,
bro.
my God.
Now he's scared of them. And I'm like,
During Christmas?
on Christmas Day.
Let everyone enjoy
This is what I'm saying.
One day.
Now, back in the day, when we were younger and we were going out, it was like we knew it was that one day of the year. Lad, you can go and rip the field up on your bike and you're not going to have to worry about the police. You're not worrying about your new Christmas present getting taken off you. Do you know what I mean? Where now it's just different and it's like people are too arsed. You know what I mean? Like, you're going out on Christmas and you got all these proper, the old ones. There's motorbikes on my estate. Oh, there's motorbikes on the... Love, it's Christmas. Let the kids have a bit of fun.
Let everyone have a bit.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm all for
that's how I think it's so different compared to back when I was a kid. Because lad,
So when you, let's say, when you go back home or anywhere you go on holiday, as an example, do you actually switch off, or do you still trade, or do you like? Is that your period?
home, no. Holiday, yes. So believe it or not, and I think I mentioned this to you, when I'm back home, I get a lot more done than I do in Dubai. I know it probably sounds weird, but I do more. I get more clients. I get more work done. Everything just runs better, smoothly. But yeah, when I'm on holiday, I completely switch off. And obviously, I have people, even though I'm a one-man band, like, I know nobody knows this. I get people messaging me all the time asking if it's me. Everything is me. I'm on my WhatsApp. I'm on my Instagram. I'm running my ads. I'm doing this. Everything is me. Obviously, there's a guy also in the group that does do signals when I'm not there. Or like you're saying, when I do switch off, anything like that. But I'm basically a one-man band.
So, how hard do you find it being a one-man band?
I need to start listening to people, like you told me yourself. I really do need to start getting people on the team if I want to grow as a business.
So I think for me, I used to be many years ago a one-man band, but I think most people are when they start business because you're learning yourself and let's do a little bit of this and we'll do a little bit of that, and you don't really go. You tell yourself you're a businessman. You're not really a businessman because you don't know how to scale, you don't know how to market, you don't know how to advertise, you don't know how to grow, and there's so many things that you need to take into consideration, and so everything is a learning curve.
Yeah, mine's trust.
Yeah, trust.
Like,
well,
deep down, if you want the answer,
business.
The reason I haven't got no employees or I haven't got no one doing anything, speaking to me clients, anything across them lines, trust. Yeah, I can't.
You got to. So, do you know when I was at the time well, at that point in my business venture where I was looking to hire people into P8FX, I was actually in the Maldives, and I made a list of 3 specific ladies at the time that I wanted in the business. And these were 3 specific people I knew. Yeah. One that I knew for a very, very long time, since my childhood. And I would write on a piece of paper the pros and cons. And I said to myself, which one would I choose from these 3 pros and cons? Eventually, cut a long story short, I eventually took all 3 of them.
Really?
Yeah, I took all 3 of them. Right? And then in business, when we talk about scaling and setbacks, one of the mistakes I made was that I tried to scale too fast too soon. So I employed 9 people in 1 year, and then not realizing my expense bill was going to be astronomical. And then so now you have to understand that you got to be getting the amount of business to then substitute your expenses. Your salaries, etc., etc. And it goes, and people all say it's all right for a business to be in debt, in loss, and I get all of that, right? But at the same time, as a business owner, you would like to turn over revenue. You'd like to do that. And then when you have the influx of scammers coming that take business away from you,
it's hard. In
modern day generation where people don't want education, they just want the quick money, it becomes very, very difficult. And then so I had to make that really tough decision to let go of a lot of people very, very fast. So that was a big learning. And you're going to go through the same thing. But when it comes to trust, like your question, my number 2 in P8FX is someone I would wholeheartedly trust with the business, whole business, from everything, from expense to the operational, the running of everything.
That's what I need.
Because it's someone that I trust, wholeheartedly trust. Very hard to find, but that's why I made a list of people I knew. Trying to find someone brand new to then try and trust them when you don't really know them and they don't really know you, is very hard. And so I'm very, I guess, lucky that I knew some very powerful women and powerful people in general that I could bring into the business. So maybe make a list of, just like what I did, of people that you know firsthand, who you know that potentially could come on board, and make that difference. Because having those people on board, having specific people in my business to do specific things gives me that time. And when I have that time, I'm able to trade. I'm able to do this. I'm able to do that. Because when you're not doing that, you're now doing your admin. You're doing your social media. You're doing your WhatsApp. You're doing your signals. You're doing all this. So if you're doing all this, how much time do you have for yourself? Number 1. See? And then the time that you do have for yourself, you feel a little bit guilty because you got this client messaging you here, and then you got that one, but that one's got to pay, so you got to do that one. Then you got to contact the broker because they haven't done something, and then it starts to get really messy. Right? So break down your business. Get someone in that handles just this part. You get someone in that just handles that part. You get someone in that just handles this part. And what that does, you may think that you're now giving out income and salaries to these people, but again, time.
It's giving me time back.
Time.
Precious time, innit?
So we are now paying for things to get done for us to get our time back, right? And you'll find the balance. You'll find what works and what doesn't work, etc. You'll bring people in. You'll take people out. Jeff Bezos once said that you hire people quickly, but you fire them faster. Right? People that are not right for your business, you've got to let go of them. You cannot get personally attached to people. You must let them go for the sake of the business. And so you're going to go through this whole scaling process when you go down that, when you feel like you're ready to go down that. Not when someone forces you, not when, because everyone is doing it. You yourself have got to want to do that for it to then to go to that next level as well, right? So take all of that into consideration, and then you just got to go for it.
I understand there's no rush as well, really.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
There's no rush, you know? And so where do you see your business in 5 years' time?
So 5 years' time, I know it doesn't make sense, but I genuinely want to get to a point where I'm not taking any new members. It sounds silly, it sounds stupid, but the way I've worked it out in my head, I genuinely want to get to a point where I don't want new members, and I've got a community, like a family. I'm winning, they're winning, we're all winning together, and it'll just grow and grow and grow over time. And then like, I don't know how I want to do it, whether it's like, if people leave, then I'll let more join, but business in 5 years, basically what we've just touched up on, I want it to be running itself so I can focus on other stuff. And I want it to be basically locked off. No one can access it. If you're in, you're in. If you're not in by that time,
just more exclusive.
Yeah, more exclusive. So,
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I want in 5 years.
And so what's the biggest trading advice that you think people get wrong? That people say, you should do this, you should do that, but that's actually wrong advice.
So, I'm going to tell you what mine was.
Go on.
What I got told. Learn a certain strategy. No, lads, it's not that. Do you know what I mean? You got to learn all the strategies. And it's not even like all of them. You just got to find a handful that you like best and that work for you. It's like, I also say this to my clients, what I do mightn't be for you. And then stuff that I'm not good at, you might be better than me. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, there's a fine line in how you can say it to your clients, especially. Do you know what I mean? Because I've got clients in the group who can do stuff better than me.
But that's the whole purpose, right? You want to be in a position. So this is from Richard Branson. Richard Branson said, hire people, get people around you who are better than you. Right?
Yeah, I've always been like that anyway.
That's it. And then so when it comes to trading and me educating people and showing people how to do this, the aim is for not only for you to do it yourself, but you to be better than me, you know? Because it makes me feel good.
But it's hard to be so humble as well.
Yes.
Like, brother, I will never look down on anybody. People might think of me that way. I love having people around me who are doing better, who are better in every aspect of life.
It helps you. It makes you like, I got to step up now. You know, it's a nice, healthy competition. So you'd want...
Not even that. It's just like...
You.
It gives you more of a confidence boost that you can do it. It's like...
One person I taught was so good, technically, hired him as well.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's mad, isn't it?
And so if you're good, you're good.
And the guy, going back from before what I said, when I am off and the guy's placing trades in the group, he was once a client.
Really?
How crazy is that, lad?
There you go.
Isn't that crazy?
But that's what you want. So I am confident in my P8FX team that when I'm constant traveling, because when I'm also on planes, like even when I was coming here, I'll just say, guys, about to jump on a plane. So they know for the second half of the day or the beginning of the day, they're going to look after the signal group. Or they're going to look after everything. Yeah. And I've got the utmost confidence they'll handle it.
Yeah.
You know? Because
must feel great, that though, you know. Must feel great.
It is great because it's just, it gives me time to do what I need to do, but it's utmost confidence in my team to make sure that everything is consistently still running. Signals are still, they are good enough to put signals out.
I need that so much at the minute. Because I do want to do other stuff as well, you know what I mean? I don't want to be just a trader. I do want to do other things because it's so stressful, innit? Like deep down.
It has gotten more stressful purely because...
But people don't speak about it though, do they? People just glamorise it like that. It is so stressful and it can affect your mental health so
What did you say? Hardest way to make quick money.
Where I'm grateful I've got to the point now where I'm not going to sound like a dickhead and say I don't care about money, but I go on my phone and I lose 10k, I don't give a fuck. If I lost 10k, like literally nothing to do with trading, I'd be raging, fuming. But when it comes to trading, I've got to the point now, I take 4% loss, 5% for the week. I don't care. It
is what it is.
Lost 10 grand.
Yeah. That was an experience. Imagine when you first started.
I know. I was chasing.
Absolutely.
Chasing.
And then you make a loss, you want to go back in. And then you want to put more positions in, and you want to try to get, and it gets worse, and then you're going to go even more.
It's crazy.
When revenge trading comes in, and then you map something out, it starts to go in your favor, but you're not in it. But then you FOMO in, but then it spins at that moment.
I've got a story back in Liverpool when I was only 21 or 22. In fact, that was the year I felt like I broke through, yeah. So I took 20k to like nearly 100. I was sat in Nando's. Can't remember what it was. I don't know whether the phone died or the connection or something, yeah. I was monitoring a trade. At this time, I'd not put stop loss. I've had my meal, I've come out to Nando's, and I was like 15, 16k down over 2 positions. That was the biggest hit I ever took. See, for the rest of that day, I lost another 10, 15k. From taking that 20k to 80 in like 6 months, I was back down to the 20 in a month. That's when I took a step back and thought, yeah, I'm not the boy. I'm not that guy. Do you know what I mean?
These happen. These happen. I lost 18k in 1 hour. In 1 hour, £18,000 in 1 hour. You know, and you're looking at it, and you're thinking, why are you going down? Turn.
You're sitting there thinking,
you don't want to.
Yeah.
You're paralyzed. You're just looking at it, thinking, uh-oh.
You think the markets are against you? Bro, it's got that to do with me. I've genuinely thought these markets are against me.
This is what people think. This is it.
If I was not buy now, this would be going down. But if I was just flip it and sell, it'd start going up.
The amount of people I come across that say this, yeah, that nah, Priyesh, it's rigged. It's out to get me. It knows where I got my stop loss. You know, look. To help people with understanding a little bit about this.
No, come on, it is, bro. 100%.
We'll talk about Liverpool actually, because obviously you're going to go for relegation next season, and then so there's people who are going to be watching this are going to be triggered in the comments. Yeah, they're going to be triggered in the comments. Let's be honest. You've got a new manager. Everyone's impressing the new manager. That's what's happening, right? You're in that bubble stage. It's what happens. Every new manager that comes in is what happens. You are going through that. No, put my hands up. He's inherited a team. What's going to happen when Mo goes?
Jota,
not the same. You're talking different pedigree here. You got Rottweiler and you got Poodle.
I know. Now, but I think genuinely this year, yeah, only this last couple of weeks,
you've surprised me.
Very big chance we're going to win the league and even potentially the Champo.
Whoa! Look City. So look, Pep is gone. He don't care.
Yeah.
He's done, right?
City and Arsenal have lost the last 3 games
in a row.
That's unbelievable.
Arsenal, I've not lost, not 1 in 4.
Really?
City lost 3. Arsenal had 1 draw and 3 losses. You guys, I've got a free run here.
Yeah, it's the only thing that is potentially going to fuck us up now, which is no one can really bet on it. But can I say, Van Dijk, Salah all get injured? It's never going to happen.
You need to tread. Yeah, but you really got to make sure you hold on to them.
Yeah.
That's what you got to make sure, because I think that next season will be a massive reality check for a lot of you lot, right? And I think that other teams, just like United, not City will have a reality check, but I think Arteta needs to go.
Yeah.
What, 6 seasons, 1 FA Cup in his first? That's it, right? Everyone talks about Eric Ten Hag. Yeah, at least he got 2 trophies.
I think he didn't do a bad job, lad.
He didn't. 2 trophies in 2 seasons.
The club ruined them.
And Arteta, because we're doing well. Do you want a certificate? Congratulations, you're trying hard. Get out of here, man. Yeah, but anyway, this is what Patrice Evra said, right? Netflix, you've got to wait for next season now. Then you got to wait for next season. Anyway, Joke Club.
You are coming to Liverpool when we win the league and they did the parade, you know.
Come to Liverpool when they win the league. You're just going to set me up.
No, look, so see the parade though. It's like, even if you're not a Liverpool fan, it's unbelievable. I've had friends come from London personally and other places who aren't Liverpool fans and like
give the Man United flags and you know, like.
But like, did you see the last one, the 2019-2020? Bro, it's mad. The city is red.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for Everton fans.
Yeah, but obviously, like for us as well, and Real Madrid, there's only a certain amount of clubs that really have the whole city come out. Yeah, fair play. So, last thing I want to end on is, what questions do you have for me? Anything, could be anything, life related, trading related, investing related.
I've got a few questions.
A few, all right.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So the first question I have got is, what made you make this step and the move out of the UK?
So I left the UK a long time ago, about 5 years ago. And the reason I left the UK was for a number of things. First and foremost, I didn't like the weather. Out of 365 days a year, if 300 of them consist of rain, there's a problem. Yeah. I just don't like. I'm an exotic man. I need exotic temperatures.
Like what we said, we don't mind cold. It's just wet.
It's the wet. I don't like the wet. Yeah. And so like I couldn't do the weather. The biggest thing for me was the people. The UK is a very media-led driven country. Yeah. And so they're into their propaganda and conspiracies and stuff like that. And there's nothing you can say that will ever make them think differently. And the UK for me is not only fast paced, especially London, but everybody is very much career and money driven, right? And whereas in Latvia, which is where I live, they're more life.
Yeah.
It's more about life.
They're just happy.
Actually, yeah.
Just happy.
And so obsessed with money and career, obsessed with life, I choose life. And so a 9 to 5 for them, for the vast majority, is 9 to 5. Even the boss is out of 5 because the majority of the day is still to go and go meet your friends, go have barbecues,
enjoy
go to
life.
the beach. There's things you can do, right? Go for a walk with your family, take your kids out, whatever. There's still the day to go. Whereas I felt that in the UK when I was living there, I have to book a month in advance just to try and see someone. No one wants to do things because everyone's battered from work. People are working 12 hours. The traffic is horrendous.
I agree with that, Sean.
I was just like, I just can't do this. And so the people factor was a huge thing for me. And so, we decided to move, and Latvia became the country that we moved to.
Another one. What would you tell your younger self as a trader? Maybe, I'm not going to say the very start of your journey, but let's just say 10 years ago. If you could speak to yourself now, back then, what would you tell yourself?
Do everything exactly the same.
Really, yeah?
Everything exactly the same. All the wins, all the losses, all the emotions, all the ups, all the downs, because everything is meant to happen when it's meant to happen. I used to tell my mum, Mum, why didn't you tell me this years before? Why didn't you tell me in my mid-20s? Yeah? She said, Priyesh, because you wasn't ready.
Everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
I stand by that so much.
Everything happens for a reason. It's meant to be your time when it's meant to be your time. And it wasn't my time. So I cannot force something for the sake of wanting to do something quick, like I was telling the youngsters earlier on. Right? So do everything exactly the same.
Really, yeah.
No change.
That's crazy. Obviously, so no regrets either.
When it comes to... So there's in life or in trading?
Both.
So in trading, no. Like I said, I think everything needs to happen. And in life, I wouldn't say there are regrets. Well, there's one big thing. One was football.
Yeah.
And my dad would always remind me of this. That I had a slim chance of doing well playing football. And then I chose to go down to have a music career instead. So this is one. And in terms of a regret, when in my music career, I, again, had created a song called Average Londoner, which we eventually did release, and I was going through my second album. And there was a moment where there was 2 record labels, I won't say it for legal reasons, one from another country and one from America had approached to purchase that song from us. One was for their artist, and then I get songwriting credits, and one was I have nothing to do with it, just going to buy out outright the song. And then my say with my team at the time was I would have a say in what would happen to these songs. And I was young and I was naive and I wanted the stardom and I wanted the popularity and the fame and all of that type of stuff. And so I said, no. And this was the biggest breakdown we had, which eventually made me walk away from everything. And then the company and the record label tried to screw me over, etc. There's a lot that went on there, but there is a little bit of a regret thinking that I probably should have taken one of the deals. It would have helped me financially. It would have put food on the table for everyone else that worked on the album. But then saying that, why it can't really be a regret is because that was then, and then look how my life turned out.
Yeah.
Right? If I hadn't have gone through that, I wouldn't have been forced to go down this route and then forced to go down this route and then basically got me to where I am, right? So I guess if I would have imagine if I would have carried on playing football.
I know, yeah.
What type of life would I have had then? If I would have carried on with a music career, what type of life would I have
That's why I made up everything's happened the way it's happened with me.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
I was at Liverpool from 5 to 12. There's pictures of me on Trent's Twitter. Still got my certificates of me signing on for Liverpool and my mum's trophy cabinet back home, all of that stuff. But I'm happy that it happened the way it happened, because I wouldn't be where I am now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And at the same time, lad, in reality, footballers don't have a life.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got all the money in the world, but
money's not life.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then my last question is, what's your advice to me? Because obviously, you know, I love advice, especially off more experience and older people. In both aspects, trading, life.
So I think from where you have come from to where you are, you've had an incredible journey. Right?
Appreciate that.
That journey is gonna continue. One thing I would also say, especially in an industry that we're in, always remain clean-hearted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Stay humble.
Yeah.
Stay humble.
I feel like I'm very humble anyway.
Yep. And do less talking, more doing.
Yeah.
Always. Don't be the talker. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be the doer, the one that actually
listen
does.
And act.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So surround yourself with people that give you good advice. Make notes, take notes, all this type of stuff, and then how can you implement these type of things in my life, right? And so I have people that are friends. I've got other people that are not so successful or just normal, and doesn't mean that their advice is not good or anything. But I picture how I want my life to live, how I want my life to be, and this successful person or this person has done that. So I'm going to listen to this person.
You're going to take advice.
And so I write these things down
and
I try to implement. So all of the stuff that I've learned in life and in business, everything, it's all a learning curve, but I've taken advice, whether it be the right or wrong advice, from people to try and make things different in my life. And then so you're going down the right path. Just keep clean-hearted, do things genuinely, openly, show transparency. So always back your talk, right? Especially in our industry, back your talk, keep doing what you're doing. And remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't try to be the millionaire right now. It will come. Don't worry. It's going to come. You just got to play your cards right. Right. Otherwise, if the cards are flipped and then the dealer's got 21 and you haven't, they take your cards. You know? And then so that's one thing I would say. But you're doing good, man. You're doing
Appreciate
good.
It.
And so you're just going to keep going. Keep going, take risks, right? And have ideas.
My biggest risk I ever took, I was only 23, moving out to Liverpool, to Dubai, on my own.
You've done well. Even that, it's a hard thing to do. A lot of people leave your family and friends. Leave what you know to come to a totally different country in a different culture. Credit to you. You know, that's a brave thing to do. So that's already a massive stepping stone.
Yeah.
Right. So you've got to keep focused, and remember, enjoy your life. Yeah. Spend to enjoy your life as well. Don't be that type of person just to keep the money in the bank and then die with your money. No,
money comes back.
I'm a big person. I'm a big believer in go for it.
Yeah.
Really go. Really enjoy your life, because the things that you can do in your 20s, 30s, 40s, you probably won't be able to do when you're 60, 70. My mum said to me, Priyesh, I see you skydiving. Book me. I said, Mom, absolutely zero
I'm too
chance,
scared to do that.
If you get a heart attack mid jump, no chance. I said, you know what? You had a chance. You ain't doing it anymore.
I'm not going to do that until I'm older, though.
I love that. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Fuck that. Anything like that, I'll do that once I've lived a little. Do you know what I mean?
Enjoy your life. Live, travel. Travel, experience cultures.
Because we can get money back, we can't get the time back.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and remember, and the last thing, just be happy.
Yeah.
Be happy. That's it. Do things with a smile. Be happy. You're going to have haters. You'll have people. You'll have envious people, right? Hey, you got to remember, haters are just secret admirers.
Yeah.
Opinions ain't facts. Take them in and let them go.
Yeah.
Shout out Chipmunk for that one. You know? And then so just smile and just live happy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Man. And so, Brandon, thanks for coming on here. Of course, Brandon, the links are all going to be in the description below. Please let us know your comments and how you thought and what tips and tricks you could pick up and implement in your lives as well. This is Memoirs of a Trader. I am Priyesh. Take care, guys. Bye.